Hey boys and girls, how you doing? It's Sunday today. My one only fixed day off that I get in a week, so I'm very happy. But I'm especially happy this Sunday because today I spent the whole day. If you follow my Twitter, you'll know this. I spent the whole day playing football. And I don't mean soccer, and I don't mean pussies rugby with all the body armour. Yeah, I mean proper football. Proper football. You know, you're kicking a ball around, it's nets, goalies, all that kind of thing. Now, as I say that, we didn't actually play proper football as in nets, goalies and all that kind of thing. It was me and my best friend, by the name of Dean, my at this point, oldest friend. We've known each other for over 10 years now. Went to school together, went to college together, all that kind of stuff. It's been the first time I've seen him in weeks. Because of our schedules. Like, I'm so busy with the stuff I'm doing, and he's probably more busy with the stuff he's doing. He's training to be an accountant. So this is like the first day we've both had off, and we have had no other commitments because he has a girlfriend that he lives with and other stuff is going on with their relationship. I'm not going to talk about here. So it's the first day we had off together that we could hang out. So we thought, the weather's really nice, it's a bank holiday weekend over here in England. It's a Sunday, sun's out, let's go play football. So we did. Now, when I say play football, I mean he plays football quite well, and I suck at football. Now, if he was here, he'd tell you that as he always does, he jumps into my defence and he says, "Oh, but when we were in school and all that, you were really good in net." And yeah, fair enough, I was good as a goalie because I'm 6'3" and I was allowed to use my hands. Kinda helps. It's not the same thing as being good at actually playing football. But there's one thing that I am actually better than him at, and he is a really good football player. Can't really describe how good a football player he is, obviously, but he is really good. He knows all the tricks, all this kind of stuff. He knows how to get past people, you know, when he's trying to get to the goal, all this kind of thing, and he's a crack shot as a striker. And he's not a half bad defender either. But there's one thing I can do better than him, and that's a cross. Now, if you're not familiar with the term, I don't know if people use the same term when they're playing soccer in other countries or whatever, but a cross is like what a midfielder would do, for an example. They're out on the side of the pitch and they kick into the middle of the pitch for the striker to collect it or head it in or whatever. You know, it's the high, sometimes slow, lazy ball that comes in and then someone else finishes off. I am really good at that. Don't know why. Can't do anything else worth a damn, but I'm really good at that. So I was teaching him how to do that today, you know. Get it at the right angle, get it in the air, get it spinning so it actually curves around people, which is a very important thing, I'm told. And yeah, so I was teaching him how to do that. And he picked it up pretty quickly, so I lost my secret weapon against him when we play football. But I won. But in other news, because that's kind of like just an opening segment. In other news, in terms of me and my friend Dean, recently I've been watching a lot of Rhett&Link, particularly Good Mythical Morning, which yes I know is not going anymore because they're now doing the Mythical Show, which is just as amazing. But because I've known who they are for a long time, obviously. Who hasn't if they're on the internet? As often as I am. So yeah, I've known who they are for a long time. But only recently have I actually started watching their own channel. They've got fantastic music. Thoughtful Guy is one of the funniest songs I've heard in a long time. So I went back and I started to watch Good Mythical Morning because I wanted to see more of these guys. And God, is there so many of them, but each one is good. None of them are bad. You know what I mean? Each one of them is actually a good video, even 10 minutes long. Morning thing they do. Brilliant. I'm actually kind of tired from all the running around, so I'm going to have to sit down this time. Hopefully that glare from the window's not too much on my face. What was that? Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of Good Mythical Morning. Those guys are so funny. But the nature of Good Mythical Morning is it's them talking about their life as they were growing up, being at school together and all this kind of stuff. And I realised today, while me and my friend, in the gaps between playing matches and all this kind of thing, we'd chill out, sit on a bench in the park, just like catch up, because we've not seen each other in weeks. Nearly months actually. Well, it is more than 1 month for one. But nearly 3 months. Not seeing each other properly. We've seen each other in passing and all that kind of thing, so we don't live too far from each other, but but I realised that while we're sat there talking, and I'm not saying we're as funny as them or as entertaining as them or anything like that, but the way we bounce off each other is very much akin to the way Rhett&Link do it. Now, I'm not saying we're going to, if we ever tried to make a YouTube channel out of it that would be particularly successful, probably not, because we've not got anything else going for us as a duo. I mean, he can play guitar, but I can't sing. I play video games, and I write. I suppose I could maybe try and write him a song or two, I don't know, who knows, maybe. But anyway, so we bounce off each other much in the same nature as Rhett&Link. And I'm not trying to compare us to Rhett&Link, but it got me thinking about, friendship as a thing, especially if it's a friend you've known for a long, long time, and how it's probably the same for everyone, Those kind of relationships, that's probably how the natural progression of it. You get to a point where you do have that natural bounce off, and it probably seems exactly the same, no matter who the pair are. So whether it's Rhett&Link or me and my mate Dean, or Laurel and Hardy, or Epic Lloyd and Nice Peter, there's so many others. Mortimer and Wise. A lot of you outside of England probably don't know who they are, but there you go. So that got me thinking, about friendship as a thing, which inspired me for a question of the vlog that I wanted to ask you guys about who your best friend is in the real world, or on the internet, if that happens to be the case, which is fine. And I want you to tell me about your dynamic. I'm not going to ask you to give me too many personal details and that kind of thing, because that's none of my business. But give me a rundown of how your friendship started, kind of thing, in general terms, obviously, because I don't want details, like I said, and how that's informed the kind of friendship you have now and how you bounce off each other. What makes you friends? Is it that you've got stuff in common, or is it just that you've got one singular event in your life that's bound you together forever, even if you're completely different? Whatever, I just want to know about friendship. I think that's a really good one to go with, and it's probably just because I'm in a really, really good mood that I'm being all touchy-feely friendship kind of thing. But there you go. So we were playing football for ages, and then when we got too tired for that, we actually came back and started playing Halo 4. So that was fun as well. And that's pretty much it, really. Friendship is awesome. Rhett&Link is awesome. My mate Dean's awesome. I'm an awesome crosser, and now he is as well. Oh well, man. Can't have everything, can we? I don't have everything anyway. So question of the vlog this week. Tell me about your friendships, particularly your best friendship, if you've got one. For a long time I used to tell people I don't have a best friend because I've got all these friends that are all the same to me. But you try and say that to please everyone kind of thing, and maybe it's true for a long time, but you don't realise that it's actually just because you've got friends. And maybe it's just because you're not brought out of your shell enough to actually have that one person that you're really close to kind of thing, if you know what I mean? You hold people at arm's length. I used to do that for a long time because of the anxiety thing. I used to hold people at a slight arm's length kind of thing, but then when I met Dean and found out we had so much in common is why we're friends. It's just like he just became a really good friend. We did each other solids the whole time through school, this kind of thing. We just get on. It doesn't matter how long we've not seen each other. We just sink back into it like nothing's happened. Like there's no gap between the times we've seen each other. And I hope that's the same with most friendships out there, best friendships in particular. And I want to hear your guys' feedback on that kind of thing, how you are with your best friend, whoever that is. In other news, writing's still going well. I was late again yesterday with the hunters going up because work's a bitch. But other than that, it's still going well. Orion's story's taken a new turn, which I've introduced it a lot earlier than I was originally planning. Because I kind of thought to myself, I don't want to drag out this broodiness too long. I mean, there's still broodiness in there because that's the character, obviously. But I didn't want to, you know, just keep going that same path over and over and over, and then just for kind of lose track of where it's actually supposed to lead eventually. So I decided to skip a couple of the what would have basically been what's the word? Filler. I'll just use the word filler. There is another word, but I can't remember what it is. Filler. So skip the filler and just get on with it, kind of thing. You know, because the filler didn't actually serve a purpose, is to help you get to know him better, kind of thing. It would have just been him repeating the same things just to establish his personality, but we already know what that is. So I've moved on from that. Blaze is still going well, obviously. I'm still working on editing the first book together for sending it off to a couple of publishers, but like I said, I haven't got time. I've barely having time to play any games recently, as well. So timing around work, so timing to write and edit as well is just as not there. But yeah, it's still going well enough anyway. Now I can smell my dinner cooking downstairs, so I'm going to, smells like it's nearly ready, so I'm going to stop it here because that's pretty much everything. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Oh, no, that was it. That's the reason I mentioned that me and my friend played Halo 4. I've sorted kit out with my Elgato and all that kind of thing for recording some Halo 4 play. How did I fall into that trap again? So that should hopefully be coming soon if I can find the time around work to do it. I've got a little bit more time than usual off this week, off of work. But because I've been so behind on my writing, I'm making sure, especially because of the next weeks that are coming up, they're really busy for me because the possible promotion that I've talked about before is coming soon, possibly. So I'm hoping to spend pretty much all of my time writing. I've got some backlogged videos of gaming in anticipation. I might do some more in Halo 4 if I can find the time, and then all the rest of my time around work, because I do still have some shifts. Just I've got a couple of days off here and there, more than usual, which having a day off other than Sunday is rare for me these days. I'm going to be doing shit ton of writing. I'm going to be writing, and then I'm on top of that kind of thing for a while, and hopefully that'll last me for a while, so that I can keep adding to the backlog rather than writing it as of the moment. I mean, I used to say that was part of my approach to actually writing, is that I only do it week by week to keep myself in the moment. But I'm realising that if I'm going to do this properly, it's just not functional. It doesn't do me any favours to do it that way, because I'm just coming to a point where I get to a point in the day where I realise I'm not going to be able to write the day before, I'm not going to be able to write the day before that, I'm going to have to get this written in advance here, but then I don't do it, and I end up having to do it last minute, and then there's the editing as well on top. Never a good thing. So yeah, loads of writing, but I'm still hoping to get some more videos out. They may become even more eclectic than they already are though. But other than that, everything is good. So yeah, I'm really tired and a little bit achy now. Thanks for listening to Ramble, because this is it now. That was it. That's everything. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and I'll see you next time.